fellow Jews who were under the Babylonian captivity, the exile. If you read the Old Testament, there's a lot of laments. It's like, but why? Why, God, why? And God, his only response is, you know why. And I'm like, I forgot. And it's like, you didn't forget. You know, you didn't forget to buy cigarettes. You didn't forget to buy your energy drink. So obviously, you didn't forget all your sins. But I honestly don't remember it. All I know is like somebody has chained me up with a whole bunch of invisible, heavy ass chains, and I can barely wiggle. But then, yeah, just like Commander Samuel L. Vimes, in other words, a hammer. And there's some people who are strong enough to pull on you, and it's like, yeah, looks like you're chained to me. The shoe is on the other foot. But that's what Shaolin's all about. There's like, Gordon Liu. Finally, after all these years, I was able to remember his name. And with all his innovative string work and thing. But in order to qualify for like, you were gonna fight gravity, you had to be like familiar with falling. If you don't practice your falls, you're gonna get hurt. And so, Gordon is on his way out, and you had to be there, like at the excitement of Saturday morning cartoons. And he's changed a lot of people's lives. Gordon Liu is like that thing. When he's old, it's like, more putting. I'm sorry, I don't have any more putting. You know? He's Chinese, so he deserves to be loud. It's like if I was gonna take care of him, it's like, oh, it's the Gordon. I enjoyed your thing. More putting. I don't have any more putting. You gotta explain to the guy. Even if we have putting, it's not the right kind of putting. It's like the one with the sprinkles and the coconut. I don't know. We're out of coconut. There's a lot of things we don't have. There's no ice cubes in hell, for example. But because he's Gordon Liu, it's just like, he's made so many movies, I can't list them all, but I enjoyed every single one. If he was ever in Warriors of Shaolin Temple of Doom, as an extra, as a producer, as a backer, that's why it's memorable to me. And that's why, like, when he finally discloses, then that means all this time he's been able to hide his name from me for 48 years. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Everybody else knows his name is Gordon Liu. I forgot. Good morning, all. Do you know Gordon Liu of the Chinese Shaolin franchise? You can leave. If you're scared, you'll be scared by nukes and Trump. So, there they go. It's okay to be scared. It is okay to be scared because I have kidney failure for real. Like, shit, man. You did a good job when you get like diseases for real. That's the reward. And I confirmed that all of the Bus Nouveau don't really have me on notifications. Only when they are bored do they come in. They make a big show like, oh, hi, are you streaming? Are you streaming? Because I'm not coming. That's fine. So I told them, all of them had better be absent. I think better with all new people, And then you get the benefit of like my disdain and how I despise people. You get all of it. You just some strange. And I rely. Oh, well, Herb. I wasn't talking about you. You're like one of the few, boss man, who can. If I tell you I'm washing the gimp, don't enter for like an hour or 93 hours. You'd be the one to barge in. How's the fucking gimp? Gimpy, is he hurting you? What's up? How you feeling? What happened with this golf club shit? You sound like Jeff Goldblum. I hate rich cunts. And then you stomp somebody in the vagina. You sound crazy right now, bro. What the fuck you doing? In New York City, they have clubs. These one-way signs and shit. You could just lift them up and drop them on a car if you're pissed. Yeah, you're doing your baser impulses, your chakra, lower chakra. You could just do that, like squat naked in your grass, your landlady's backyard, and just take a poop and then take a shower. If you want to really indulge in your base feral actions, but you're not gonna do that. You're too clean. You're the face man, you know, the face of the organization. You couldn't do Rambo even if like Vivek paid you 20 Bitcoin. See, you have standards, and you know, like eating your own poop, fashioning like a spear, chucking spears. You don't do that. You're highly refined white, and we all know it. But there's something like even among servants, is like they'll behave. Oh hi, sir. His lordship wishes to play cards with all of us. Yes. Oh, you're winning again. You've won genetically, socially, and all the. Yeah, am I muted? I don't know. People on WhatsApp keep on calling me. I'm not popular. I just whatever. So you're vain coded. Well, all is vanity. I'm not. I'm so vain that there's people here. They always want food, and I call pigeons people because they act like it. Well, I learned that from my dad. My dad prints out 40,000 business cards, leaves it in an open Filipino event, and I'm like, Dad, you're gonna get a lot of spam and clients. So my number is XXX-XX-XXX. Yeah. You would not believe how many math nerds want to break that. Like, what does X mean? They can't fathom that it's just all zeros. The statistic, nobody at all has all zeros. Well, I do. If you use your phone and press zero like a bunch of times, you might get the operator, and then ask that operator, "Can you connect me to Nate Mendez?" No. That's the message. That's my out of office message. No, denied. You have a privilege. I like working at Quitters. It's a perfect analog to all the shit I do. I quit, and it's like God's like, good. I have a new thing, an all new industrial sector for you to optimize, and I'm like, fuck. Never say I quit, Herb. Let them fire you and I file a lawsuit or some shit, you know. But if you're anything like my wife, you're too nice. That's why I cherish, you know. My wife has all these pending investigations. She could totally fuck somebody up legally with the right legal representation. And I tell her, we could be rich. Yeah, but then we could be evil too. So I say that to you. Like, I admire your tenacity. You know, if you really hate like rich people and wealthy people, now's your chance. I mean, you do understand your competition, right? Vivek ran for president. She went face to face with Ann Coulter, and she used to go to your high school. Okay? And he knows how to do fundraisers with Bill Clinton and George Bush. It's just he fell short. You know, it's just like Lucifer. He challenged God. God knocked him down. You might think he's a pussy, but he's the second most powerful guy of all time. You know? Call upon Jesus, you'll have a chance. Yeah, you need to Hebron your heart. Understand why Hebron is here. There's a lot of like biblical scholars that quote from the Bible daily. Very few people quote from Hebron jokes. You know, they'd be like, "What does that have to do anything?" That's called drift. As soon as your mind splits, that's not relevant. Hebron is inside your brain. Go watch that Sandler movie where like he found the talent, and then like the Islamic guy, the construction worker guy, and the black guy who's been playing basketball in America for a while got inside of his head. Yes, you accumulated a stellar reputation just to sacrifice it. Good. You know the necessary things to do. I'm stumbling over my words because I'm a fucking phobe. I'm fresh off the Boeing, the Biden. I'm a third worlder. But just because you gave me a dishwashing spot, a janitor spot, I'm a little like, I'll tell you. Like, I know how I would beat Vivek, but I'm not you, her. You know? I already beat Vivek. I think I sent him to challenge you. And then he's like, well, that's better than not doing anything, you know? So, like, if he's a jackass or whatever, I told him, okay, you're shooting at me. Now you shoot for me. You see that guy? He's a friend of mine. Attack him. He's almost as good as me, but I just go into your brain and switch you off. Doesn't that tell you something, Vivek? You know, I've roomed with Indian people. I went to high school with Indian people. It's just, I know the Indian. I am so good, I can do the accent. Except when there is a real Indian. So this is not a lending library, you know. But when the person really talks, like we need to talk to you about geopolitical fencing and what is the position of India as in relation to all these threats from Israel. I'm like, dude, I'm an American because he does the accent and it's not even an accent. That's how he talks. I was absolutely flummoxed. I do the same when I'm talking in the Philippines and I'm American. I know of Tagalog, but I can't really speak that fast. All right, this is the Godzilla entry, ladies and gentlemen, the founder of Quitters and all annex. Yeah, like I feel like Michael Buffer. Coming to the rest WWF stage, it's Herb Schnerbler. And when you do your walk-in, Vivek sucks. Vivek sucks. Vivek sucks. And that's from Vivek himself. It's like, I'm going to pretend I'm hurt by that. Okay? It's a simple two-word slogan, but it's the body language. You showed me how you could dance before when I threatened you, Dirt, and all the bus. Dirt was like, he shouted off his, meow, 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 meow. Like, that's his ability. Even when you're not... Tawag na yan, diretso. Oh, straight.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's Vivek. You want to see Vivek? Okay? He consulted with me. And if you can make an Indian appear as a Spanish, that's power herb. Also, somebody took a piss. Like, this is new, right? I did this somewhere else, and as in return, like, I pissed in a black garbage bag. He took a white plastic bag and pissed in it and left it against my tree. This is called equalization. Like lawyers. When you go into politics, like, you will go outside. Oh shit, my landlady, she's upside down and cut in half with a bandsaw. That's because you're a politician. Anybody remotely related to you will be dead. They'll suffer a painful death just simply because you went up against the incumbent or somebody you used to know. I met a couple people from my old high school. They're like, I had to yell at them by name. Hey, hey. It's like, and then they had this thing. Oh, I remember you. Then they gave me a hug. But then I never saw them again. Okay, because I told myself, the third time I noticed these two, that's not a coincidence. That's an intention of war. The first two times, oh, that's odd. Second time, oh, that's not so odd because they're having fun. Third time, it's intentional. It's a declaration of war. Okay? Let's say you had 3 break-ins into your new place. Somebody's after you, right? So far, that has not happened. When you live stream, you show the layout, your lava lamp, your TV, your Xbox, whatever, and then your floors, and you're fine. Your kitchen, everything. Mentally, I can map it out because I'm on your side. So I'm looking to defend. But if you want to die, I just won't. Sure, fat people lose weight. It's inevitable. You have a Parasite, you have Ozempic. All that fat is useful. You've watched Fight Club, right? It's like they go to liposuction and then you steal that and turn it to soap that they use. It's the circle of life. Hey, Summer. I didn't know you had, like, birds. You're a bird lover, too. Don't name them. You get attached. Do you have any problems with Indians, like, trying to take over your city? Because there's a lot of them. Hey, it's John Smith. I mean, Tom. I'm trying to do the helicopter noise. Black Hawk Down. I can't do it. You see, you fucking moron. Summer, you got her pasta. They think it's worms. Yeah, it's like what if you found them I'm Uncle Summer or Auntie Summer. I'm sorry, I'm misgendering you. Auntie, food. Auntie, the pasta was more tender yesterday. Auntie, cheap, 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 cheap motherfucker, Auntie. Like if you're gonna name birds, call them motherfucker or fuckface. That way, when they get in an accident, well, that motherfucker got fucked up. You see that? They're trying to scare me with seagulls, man. They're gonna perch right here. This motherfucker. You imagine three of those things looking at your eyes is like, are you a grape? Oh, well, well, well. I told all of you to stay out. I said, you'd better be absent in my next live stream because one of you is bullying me, and it's JK. It's like, when are you streaming, Nate? When are you streaming, Nate? So I cannot attend. What a bully. Yeah, it is, right? I'll show you. I'm going to leave my bag. I'm walking away from my bag just to show you this. In New York, that's like a death sentence. Oh, they took it down. Huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're attending, but I need a teaching assistant. So, let's review all that I've taught the Bus Nouveau, which is nothing. JK will have, well, two chat statements since you don't have airtime. Try to summarize all of the things I've tried to teach you idiots into two chat statements. You can say, I wish I had never been born, or I'm not Chinese. Hey, Joe. Is this your alt or your main? What the? Okay, now that we're in private, right? We're away from. I unbanned Johnny. You can come in here or lurk. I don't care. What the fuck happened to your XP, bro? Like, this is like Game of Thrones, like JK observed accurately. I was so happy to stay at fifth place. Fifth means filth. Filipinos, third world. I'm wallowing in filth. I'm a pig of Tamas. And then you do this stunt. You're like a loose cannon in this precinct. The fucking property damage, the mayor's gonna go through the roof. Why did you do that? What's the explanation? And here's another thing among all of you. 6 chatters and 1 like. The fuck? I have to do this myself? I have 5 mods. At least be an example and like my stream. This is why, God's like, I feel better talking to strangers. They do exactly what I say. If you were my children, you do the exact opposite. I have to go to your bullies. You don't like him, you do the exact opposite. Bully him. And then now you're my children. 2. Gosh. When I'm in John Smith, I was like, even though there's nobody here, like, share, and subscribe. For all the people later. Thank you, thank you. Do I have to do this all the time? Even Johnny's stream is so, it has momentum. It doesn't matter your likes. He has premium drones. Oh, I'm gonna use this stream to babysit my pets. They only complain when the dog say whoa, 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 and the cat's knocking over furniture. Oh, it must mean the stream is down. Come down stream. And then they complain. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. So anyway, we were talking about Summer, and he got attached emotionally, him of all people, to birds. They look like finches or something. It's like, where's the mother? And then where's the father? And suddenly he's running for political office. He is not careful, Summer is. I mean, she. It's probably because his enemy, or her enemy, is trying to remember he is a man. He has a penis, but he wants to die a woman. I'm already under attack because, Summer decided to go into politics without consulting me. All of his videos are now propaganda. It's just like human interest stories. So I'm a nice guy, and I'm taking care of birds. Unlike my opponent, who is an asshole. He murders babies in Israel and supports Zionism. Vote Summer, like that. No, not yet. It's gonna be who you expect. I tried to resist, and then you know who's president right now. So I'm just gonna let the party tell me what to do. Yeah, he is. I told you this. Here's the thing: Jesus Christ doesn't come to save you. Comes to condemn all of you and all of me. I accepted this. I have accepted condemnation because in my mind it's a custom nation, like an ethno state. I will accept this condemnation from God and all his angels because I deserve it. I'm going to ask all of you, what's your excuse to get my level of condemnation? You are not worthy. Motherfuck. See, I knew you'd come. All right? I am piecing all this shit up, Brooklyn. I prefer you as Brooklyn rather than 682 because there's times when God needs a hard to kill, hard to destroy reptile. But since you took the trouble of reviewing all the chat laws in here, I remember when Flip Photo Book, he used to call in Brooklyn and 682 and Daddy, and then this and that and the other things. But you put yourself first. Say something in blue for me. Make me feel better, Brooklyn. Because fucking Goliath is Kevin Crady. You're not. Just by the simple fact, I personally worship the uncle of Jesus Christ, Mighty Yahweh, the Bronze Age Israel god of the desert and whatever, volcanoes. He has trouble with his uncles. Okay? So I am naturally aligned with the Jews, but I still like you guys. So if I act a little too Jewish, they're eliminating all the Jews, which you guys wanted, but then even the friendly ones. Like somebody, I go to this stream called Lubna, Live with Lubna, and there's a guy named Jake, and he's like, okay, let's talk pedos. All right, so Epstein and like whoever, that's an apple. And then these Pakistani grooming gangs who rape British girls are like bananas. Two different fruit. No, because at the end of it all, young girls get hurt. Just like, like your hitting stance. Whatever your batting stance is, if you hit a home run, you have probably made contact with the ball. Right? So easy with all that shit, Summer. If you are really running for mayor, controller, or even like dog catcher, be aware that your videos will be used against you. Luckily, I have studied a little bit of law. I said to myself, I could spin it. He's not an asshole. He's running for office. Isn't he a nice guy? He's taking care of birds. But the thing is, they attacked me already. You want to be a girl, Summer. I'm supposed to be saying, she is a nice guy. Look at all her charity work. And wouldn't she be a lovely mayor? Do you see? I'm under attack because of you, Mullins. You chose to die a woman. Stop it. Or start it. I don't know. You pierce your fucking septum. You put on earrings. You put on a cowboy hat. You're looking all cute for who? If you're gonna look all cute, pick a country. Do it for Lithuania. Run for a president of Lithuania. I'm not even gonna demod. I'm so tired of demodding. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. This is a democracy, and you all get a vote. Would you vote for Summer as like president, Madam President of America? If not, she's gonna be Madam President of Lithuania. Too bad. I don't have any Lithuanian fans. They never come here. So fuck them. Just like what Brooklyn taught me. It's like Nate still has me banned. I'm not gonna advertise his channel. Fuck him. And I realized, I looked through my ban list. It's Loke and two people you won't want to fuck with. Who cares? You are under attack, and more importantly, I'm under attack. From now on, I have to remember you're a woman. And I don't even know what happens to all the women who support me. I just know they have a painful death. I don't know exactly how. I don't know. That's Vivek fucking with you. Guys, if you had any political aspirations at all, let me do it. I'm more used to like declining like leadership roles. I can tell them, sorry, I respectfully decline. I'm too busy with my dad. And how about you be an actor and a stand-in? You do well for a day, and then we'll make it permanent. That's what I did with Trump and everything. You too, John. You could depose Trudeau in a second with my vouch. Justin, Let's review all your political policies. Are you ready? It's in Comic Sans, you faggot. I want it all in Times New Roman. So I'm sure, John, if you ever had to do a bicycle report, you wouldn't do it in Comic Sans, right? You would do it in Times New Roman like any normal person. Now, what is politic? It's either polemic or plastic. I'm pretty sure you guys have plastic tools, plastic plates, because you're poor. Admit it. If I was a trillionaire, the first thing I'd tell the IRS, dude, I have 26 cents in my bank account. And then my lawyer can back this up. How much are your lawyers paid? 200 million per case. Well, that's other clients, not me, because I'm poor. Okay? The first thing you do when you're filthy rich is assert you're poor. Who is going to stop you? Sabrina is doing it the wrong way. I'm rich and I'm wealthy. And I can say hurtful things like, oh, your dad's died of COVID? Well, he deserved it if he didn't get the vax. I read that shit in chat today. It was like, even though I defend her a little bit, I can see why you all want to kill her. That's why she has to be in a disappointment room. You're too pretty and too rich, and your mouth is too fucking big. You have this room, echo chamber, play with your dolls, yell at them. You can't hurt dolls' feelings. These are real people in chat. I know, I've been told. Thank you, Brooklyn. We are gargoyles, you fuck. I'm trying to take this pitiful, fleshy body and make a stone. Okay? That's that episode where we got turned into humans. The series ended there, Brooklyn. That's why I've been trying to imbue you with all the powers of 682. He's hard to kill. But if you tell me that I was preparing some tomatoes in a sandwich and I cut my finger, well, shit, the stone thing didn't work. Okay? I myself can be cut. You just review all the lore for all who cannot. JK, you are his mod. He doesn't need to orient you. It's your job on independent study. Review all the logs because you have access. Why does the interplay? Hey, name. Okay, so this is an intervention on Stone. Guys, if you really care about her, the way she talks to other people, she's going to say all that to the wrong person. And, I don't want to watch somebody self-destruct. I already, there's somebody in the bus from before who ended up in a mental institution. My prom date went into a mental institution. I set her up with a perfect life with a white guy, 3 kids, and she still died. So I don't want to see that. Even with strangers online, just text on a screen, words on a screen. If you're really her friends, try to get her mouth to shut up. She'll annoy me one day, and I have a lot of shit built up that I could just, disable her, even as a gray. I'll pull in favors with Brooklyn. It's like, listen, she got to go. I unbanned Nick Stone and Johnny. Even Raptor Johnny came. This is like, I'm the Pope and you're all Cardinals. All the Cardinals that didn't show up, kill them. Yeah, I know you love her. That's fine. There are different kinds of love, dude. There's platonic, there's sisterly, family. The thing is, if you love a rabid dog, you kill it yourself. You don't mind getting rabies, other people will. She doesn't do that just in your chat. She does that to all the other chats. If I have to get biblical, King David said to God, if I have done evil in your sight, I only did it to you and to your face. I never went to other gods or backstabbed you. If I did evil, it was just to you and as a friend, hey, I'm gonna fuck you up now. Right? You vouch for me, Brooklyn. When I do something weird, nothing happens. There's no consequence. When I asked Jiz to link the thing, I'm taking all the hits here. I should be the one who got reported, but I'm not. They like what I do. While they like me, use all the perks I give you guys. You chastise Sab for some trivial thing and then demod her and say, see how that feels? This is a privilege. Watch your fucking mouth. Very good. That's why you trust Brooklyn. Brooklyn is from Kings County. Crazy. But he had to act like a king. If I'm in a Pakistani grooming gang and you're all boys, you want to see what I think of 682 in Brooklyn? Boom. He punches his mom, his dad. Boom. There you go. Ready to fight all the time. There you go. See, that's family. Okay? This is just God demonstrating. He's got his shield up, his face is protected, his dad is giving him targets, his mom is like proud, and now he's like chimping out. He's hulking out right there. Ooh, ooh, that was a good tag. He tagged. He tagged his dad on the leg. You would. But he's like literally 4 feet tall, smaller than you. Okay? Now, if Stone somehow, like a queen, she's like, well, aren't you all bitches talking about me? I will perform the role of Sabrina. Because you know what? I haven't had a title called Sabri. I am Nathaniel. You can call me Sabri Nathaniel. Okay? So let's pretend I'm Nick Stone. Oh, so you all didn't get the vax. Good, yeah, it's nice. But there's people who died. I think we can say serves them right. Right, girls? Okay? If Summer is still here, when you are running for your campaign and they're trying to make me believe you're still a man, that's a fucking easy sound. When I die and you all die and we meet in the afterlife, the first thing I'm gonna do to you guys is, and if you don't do it back, well, in you go, pedo. It's a very simple thing. Okay? First things like you blot, take a piece of paper and you blot it, and then you make expel air. Like a fucking carp, okay? Even boys can do this. Jesus fucking Christ. Just imagine you're like licking a pussy and then you're pulling on the pussy lip. Okay? Right. Yes, well. My head hair is so much darker. Shut up, dude. Now you're making me self-conscious. Imagine that. So, JK, do not run for public office. Herb, you may, because you're the boss man. Summer, I just woke up and I have to go to a parent-teacher conference. You're fighting with your neighbor about the birds. You're not, Karen, shut the fuck up. No. I'm a Karen, fine. But you are not taking care of those birds the proper way. They should be properly educated in Quark Express. Like Brooklyn, since Goliath is here, of course I'll defer to you. I'm the gadget guy, Lexington. How do we get out of this body, man? I'm gonna share a rare moment of vulnerability. Man, this body fucking sucks. Day and night, I don't turn to stone, brother. Like I'm going crazy right now. You know how I test? Like if we had all our powers back, right? We could bust through this. Boom. It doesn't work, Brooklyn. I'm not even wearing my mentally ill hat. This is me. You know? Remember when we used to run around all over and terrorize the humans? They would make metal walls and we just headbutt, boom, and then we flow out the other side. That shit don't work no more. That fucking don't work no more. Whatever Goliath did to make us human in that episode, stuck. Fucking wow. No, it's not that. It's just when you assert it's ma'am, people like me believe it because you earned the thing. I've gone to Wefu with you, Discord. You're a nice guy. However, nice people, and see, they're still attacking me. You're a nice girl. You know what I mean? If I didn't speak like you, misgender you all the time, that means that your enemy is appeased. But every time I remember Summer, hey, look at Summer, I think of you as a dude, which means you're still under spiritual attack. Be one of the bad ones. You go on pretty side. You were saying, pretty, if you bully anyone, I'm gonna kill you. She's the Mona. You did? Well, ain't that sweet? See, like, they don't understand. Too old to die young. I saw a sticker, John. And it's right. Even if I die now, nobody in my funeral will say, man, Nate was too young to die. No, bitch. I'm 48. You're fucking delusional. Who is gonna tell? You know? Name has some like comments about dead brothers. I told Name, you did very good yesterday. Not a single mention in chat. Raptor can check. Like no mention of her dead brother. She was good. But that had the exact opposite intended effect. Now she's talking shit about people who died, bodily harm. It's like, oh, too bad. I'm gonna dance on your dad's grave. If something happens to her, I'm say the same thing. Serves that bitch right. Don't come crying to me. Yeah, his place is like his. He calls it a bike shop. I call it a workspace, man. Like all his tools, even though you can't talk to tools, I do. I go to a hardware store. I touch them. Are you happy here? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, is the positioning? It's a little better, but they're happy. From a large distance, I cash out. Are you guys happy with John? They were like, I had to shut them up in my brain. 93 straight hours of how they're ideally placed. So yeah, I can believe he sang you to sleep. You motherfucker. JK, why does he do this? I know another person in another chat, out of all the roles, you picked my favorite one, and I have to be the gracious one. Fine, you're Lexington. As if JK knows anything about gadgets, Brooklyn. I'm just gonna pretend I am Kensington. Fine, fine, fine. I seen this in Reddit. All these stoners choose trees. What the fuck do they know about botany? And the real botanist is like, well, we'll become marijuana enthusiasts. That's fine. You want to be Lexington, JK? I enjoy perfect gadgets. Like Brooklyn, bully him to produce all new chat gadgets to automate the moderation. I don't think he can do it. Yeah, he's a tech guy. What has he done? Hey, tech guy, all you have to do is give me wings. Turn me into stone, and I'm a fucking gargoyle again. And I'm waiting. Any luck? It's been 10 seconds. Do you know the people at Starbucks? You delay it until 10 seconds. You're not just taking 10 seconds for yourself, but from all of us. Good morning, boss. How are you? Thank you for all you do. And the smile, too. Fine, whatever. Brooklyn, what's my role? Who's the one that supports the Mona? Like the overall evil. I forget, man. They hit me with amnesia, too. I mean, I don't want to bark orders at you, but I restored your mod because I need your help. I can't do this without you. Just like my cousin said, if you don't help me in World of Warcraft, I'm going to go crazy. You know, all kidding aside, I've demonstrated how harmless I am to you. Help me. Goliath is fucking more harmless. Or more. Oh, Broadway. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Him. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm literally on Broadway. You see that? I'm literally on fucking Broadway. I can take Broadway. He's the elder mentor thing. Like Goliath, you're a huge faggot, and he gets away with it because of age. Yeah, yeah, I like that. JK, you have redeemed yourself. Yeah, pretty much. But listen, Herb is a brother king, so you gotta treat him the same way. Honorary gargoyle. He has no lore where like he used to be a stone monster and then we stuck in a human body. He's Herb. He founded Quitters. It's like, what is this? An undead drinking hole? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that he used to be a. We're still stuck in this evil spell. We'll fight the vampires or whatever, but we'll just do security. That's the kind of different brotherhood. He's human. He's very human. I sniffed him out for a gargoyle, not a gargoyle. JK forced himself into the role, so I guess. If he really wants to be Lexington, I never really wanted to be Broadway, that's why. Desdemona, right? Do you want to be the bad guy and help out Eden? Because I think you guys vibe. That's his Demona thing. I don't know. John's watching this. Actually, John is the real Broadway, but sometimes he's senile. What's my role today? Any more pudding? Pudding. The one with the coconut, I like that. And then he's able to cast the fireball. Oh, you couldn't have the pudding. Let me just call the union. Yeah, don't let him into the next union meeting. So be nice to John, or Tom. You know. The senility allows me to become Broadway. Are you gays like just kiss already, okay? Before we do any war thing with Israel or against Iran, all of you gays mentally huddle together and give each other kisses. I will turn my back and look down. Gays, gays kissing. Yep, yep, yep. Oh boy, it's been an hour. And how long does it take to come? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry, all the warriors. My gays are kissing and fucking each other up the ass. Let them get used to it. Are you guys loosened up? I'll turn around now. Zip up your pants. Okay? Take as much time as you need. Jesus fucking Christ, Herb. You see this face? I'm already Asian. Motherfucker, man. The noises like this. Ah. Oh. That's not what your mom said. Let me take a few more steps away. Uh, that's the senility of Broadway, you know? It's great that you're here. You changed the thumb. There was a one time the gargoyles tried to pilot a helicopter. Johnny can tell you about that shit. He looks like the human form of Brooklyn. That's the thing. Yeah, he's much more involved into the lore. Once in a while, Brooklyn, I'm gonna do some crazy shit that makes no sense at all. If you don't know who Mikhail Tal is, he used to do chest sacrifices. That's the dumbest thing, and then it's defensive. So that's what I'm doing. Once in a while, I struck at you to show that I'm utterly harmless. However, that attack, if I don't care about them, it would have hurt somebody else. You know, you can always get a new PayPal QR code. You can't get another family member unless you really try. And in this stream, thank you all, my brothers. Again, if you choose to remain my brothers, that's fine. But just like I watched The West Wing, you can all turn in all your resignation as my brothers and reapply next time in chat. There won't be any status change. But for the ones who really hate being my brother, you're free to go. Oh, jeez. Are you done? Are you all you guys done kissing and fucking? So peek into the orgy room. Nope, they're not done. And then I'll just use your gay orgy. It's like, okay, all of my enemies and gang stalkers, before you kill me, all of you just put away your guns, take a look at this room. And all you guys gotta do is kiss and fuck each other. Now that, if you win, you get to manage the bust. And then they all disappear. Ew, gross. Must have been so kinky. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. So I'm gonna cancel the war because, I had work. Another safe space password for you guys. It's a three word thing. Well, I'm gonna be human and probably not a gargoyle. Every day, Brooklyn, I test it on this thing. I am a gargoyle. Nope. Ow. Ow. Ooh, that hurts. I mean, imagine stone, living stone, defeated by metal, right? A sculpture. Oh yeah, you guys are all in Texas. Dallas Fort Worth, Austin. Say hi to Orion's Belt. It's like, in any kind of festival, there's going to be one guy drinking beer, Mexican. Funny how that works. Beyond broke. What did I tell you? I think Brooklyn missed the thing. When you are filthy fucking rich, you have the balls and temerity to say, I only have 36 cents in my pocket. How about in your money bins? Well, I am beyond broke. It's about using other people's money. If you want to sponsor Summer, well, she's going to be like Elisa, okay? That's the only way I can keep track of her political aspirations. Detective Elisa, wherever the fuck you are, why do you want to run for mayor? That's just a little bit of the Broadway. I got to review all the Broadway things. Send my regards to Broadway. Okay? So good talk all. Happy Father's Day to me. Okay? In my household, you can be anything you want. I'll disavow all of you. You are not my children genetically at all. Even though you might be. Because I've been all over the world. I could be your dad. Shit. Hey, there's Dawn. Judge, I went to Fox News yesterday, and a judge in Florida declared some shit illegal. Was that you? Was that you? Of course, Don will. Me? I was too busy biting a hurricane. That's crazy talk. Of all the unjust accusations, which means that you did it, right? Let's see all your denial and disavowal. I was too busy delivering cat meat by drone, right? Right. Oh, thanks. Okay, so as Lexington, you don't say happy anything without a gadget in hand. Make a gadget, and let's call it not posting anything on my community tab or making live streams at all, and I'll consider that a gift. The day you break this agreement, JK, you're out. Acceptable. I too was sick yesterday, so I can't be blamed for all judge decisions. Ah, that's a good one. That's really powerful. No, I was sick yesterday. St. Paul said this. I could preach the gospel of Jesus Christ using any 5 words at all. No, I was sick yesterday. I like that. Very, very legal. I'm going to include that in Black's Law Dictionary 4th edition under the Nate clause. Then they'll expunge it, and then it's like, we looked in the 4th edition. There's no mention of Nate at all. Aha, it's a conspiracy. For now, Thom is helicopter because Cameron gave it up. He wanted to be battleship. And if you guys have a chance, view Mark Mays' 2-hour special about Jonathan. Again, I don't mean to disrupt. It's just when I see evil, like for example, an enemy of summer, and like she didn't have anything to do with it, she just wanted to take care of birds, they'll paint her in the worst possible light. This trans is streaking to undermine all that we worked for as the greatest generation. And it's like black and white. In fact, I'll show you. I'm gonna download your Instagram and show you, make a political thing at how they do it. You're gonna be in black and white, and then I'll be. But then Nate Mendez is the savior of a generation. He's not trans. You don't have to remember all your pronouns around him. You know, that's what your opponent is doing. No, Sean's good. He's just obsessed. Okay, Mike. He's angry that he's not a New Yorker. So like, Mike is a very purist in comedy. When you name drop like Patrice O'Neill, you don't study like him. He's autistic and he went to Stein. So he's very picky. He used to be terrible. Now he's handsome. Can you believe it? So I'll tell you, Sean is good but deluded. He's like, what's the problem? Well, he uses takeaway instead of takeout. That alone disqualifies him. If I showed him a New York pizza and a Chicago pizza, it's like they're the same. No, there's a fucking difference. The snobbishness of the New Yorker. You know what I mean? So he doesn't understand. Because he's into ancient deities and Moloch and stuff, I can bridge the gap. Mike refuses to. So that's why it looks like an attack. Sean's like the class clown, and we're all trying to learn physics. Like, it's funny mentioning religion, and I'll be like next to him, Sean, turn it down. I'll play with you later, but let's learn all the physics first. And once in a while, he comes up with the cum talk. Aren't we all waiting for the second episode? Who's the next target? Could be Johnny. Could be Name. Could be Summer. Could be Sab. Could be anybody. I survived. Nothing happens to me. I was like laughing. He implicated me in the murder of Ricky Fondo. When I was like, where's Ricky Fondo? Rotten.com. I have to run with that. Having murdered Ricky Fondo, I shall resurrect him in another form. Boom. Okay? Let me handle, because he's a melee guy. If you knew his true corporal or spiritual form, he is very, very scary. He's just like, imprisoned in that thing where like, yeah, will you stop? But when it comes to the real thing, yeah. You can say mockery. Tom, you're allowed to say mockery. That's, if anything happens to me as Broadway, those are all your enemies. In Canada, in the local, in the bike shop, you probably went too fast and almost clipped a pedestrian, and that person's been cursing you ever since. And you know how to shut down. You remind me of Rorschach from um, Watchmen. It's just like basically I'll wear a mask. I've seen you when you're driving, and once in a while the mask slips, and it's fun, but then you get back to business because those corners are serious. I know you're a gadget guy because you simulated the crashes first instead of the stability. That's the right way. Accurate crashes is like the deep fakes. They got most of the body, but the mouth was not good. And I told them, treat the mouth like it's the body, and then it got better. Yeah, things are nice. That cat on your chest, Summer, that's your opponent. Remember, cats are not pets. You are the pet in all this. So if for some reason your cat's happy with you, question that. You know, the thought that all is nice, you don't have to resist. Just lay back and let me use you as a cushion because you're so nice. Be kind, Summer. There's a more active component in being kind. Being kind means bringing your cat to the vet. I noticed some things wiggling out your butt. But why though? Just trust me. Meow. 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 I just told your cat, I know who you are and I know where you live. That's my friend. The day I discover he gets pushed into a manhole, I'm coming after you, cat. Is he smiling now? Sometimes they don't understand that I'm serious all the time. Oh, he heard me. If he's asleep, I can hypnotically implant suggestion. Hey, what's his name? It doesn't matter his name. Hey, sleepyhead. I know you can speak English. You're just not around summer. So when you wake up, you will awaken hungry, looking for all the cat food. And then you're going to do graffiti cat style on all the furniture. And I'll show you what the graffiti should look like. Now you won't remember this, cat. It's a post-hypnotic suggestion. But there's some walls that need scratching or computer monitors that need pushing over. Stay asleep for all time, okay? I got this. See you, bud. Yes, but not for me. He's done it for himself. Once a cat's done attacking you, you have to convince the cat to start attacking for you. I don't think you have a trained attack cat, Summer. I don't think you have a Heathcliff. I think you have a Garfield. Heathcliff is a little bit more active. He goes an outdoor feral cat and he wears a hat. Does your cat have a hat? I doubt it. So your statement that he's running, done all these things is spurious. He has not worn a Heathcliff. And yes, it is getting furry in here. You know, Brooklyn knows how to eject. He's not a real big cat lover, I think. More of a dog thing. Like, oh, that cat attacked my poodle. Fuck all cats. Okay? So, to summarize all of this, do not run for public office. Do not publicly expose yourself as a nice guy or a girl. See? Your cat doesn't stop. Like, I wish he was the man that adopted me and raised me, not this trans monstrosity trying to dress around in panties. That's your fucking cat. Okay? When you're just acting like a man that he can lie on or she's happy. When you're acting like more bird oriented, he's not happy. Those are food. It's up to you, dude. You want to woo the bird vote? I'll show you. This is what happens. Maybe you've had birds before. This is the timing of the thing. Okay? Don't come crying to me, Mullins. There's a video on YouTube, like a mother horse tells her foal, like, listen, don't touch that. And the foal is so curious. It's like, Mom, you're so old-fashioned. It's 2025. That doesn't happen anymore. Mommy, why? Told you, don't come crying to me.
So at sunset.
Okay. As for you, Lexington, I better see some more gadgets in chat. If you're really a tech guy, you'll find ways to diagram a gadget in text using only 26 letters in the English alphabet, like I have. Me, I'm going to study this Broadway shit. I sing a lot of Broadway songs. And I hope you all don't believe your gargoyles are made out of stone. That's just a delusion. That signals that you're mentally ill and paranoid schizophrenic, and you're all going to end up in mental hospital. So don't do that. Don't come cry to me. Okay? I'm just a guy on stream being fanciful, imagining, what if I was a fictional superhero? Don't believe this shit. Okay? I did a live stream. When are you streaming? Are you streaming today? If you don't do that, this is a keep alive, JK. I'm going to keep track from now on how well you can do the Lexington role. Sometimes Goliath needs Lexington as a timer. Like, when are we attacking the evil ones? Not yet. Okay? You keep asking me that. Mendez, are you streaming today? Could, if there was a reason. Most times I just do this to keep in touch with Don, because he still owes me a lot of cat meat. He's like, what's the excuse today, Judge? Well, the FDA blocked all my attempts to deliver. I'm sorry. That's the 50th time this fucking lifetime. I'm going to go to another cat meat supplier. Where would you go? No, that. It's a thing. So let's get all this over with. Dawn's going to come up with all new excuses why I don't have like a shipping container full of cat meat. Make it good. Formally. Mr. Judge in Florida, the one with the cat meat drone delivery service and the girlfriend who thinks you're worshiping Allah or something. Where is my shipping container full of cat meat? I will take hesitation and silence as like you ran out of excuses. Because personally, I ran out of questions. Now, I will settle for a shipping container full of content, but there's so much human trafficking, I'm literally overflowing with that. Cat meat, though. Or comfort, maybe. I'm very uncomfortable. Oh, that's a good one. Cat meat had to be. True, I can believe that. Why do I always believe a judge in Florida? You know? There was a comic in Batman. It's like the Justice League hypnotized Batman so he wouldn't be so pissed. But he's a detective. And he woke up and it's like, all of you are looking at me like something's supposed to happen. Therefore, you did something to me. Now, the only reason all of you would team up was because I got upset. So you guys, one of you guys upset me. Every live stream is like that. I guess. If Superman tells me, like, Batman, okay, we didn't hypnotize you. Wink, wink. Oh, okay. Thank you, Clark. I believe you. You know, he's a Boy Scout. Law and order guy. Fine, I believe you. Why should I believe you? Why aren't you calling yourself Superman, Dawn? It's just like a grumpy Batman. Clark? My head hurts and my ass hurts. Did you fuck me up the ass? What? Batman? Bruce? No, that never happens. Every time you lie to me, Superman, your eye twitches. So you did fuck me up the ass. Admit it. You don't come crying to me when I get kryptonite and bash your asshole in. Batman does that. Want some more coffee? I'm gonna smile now. Can't wait to use my kryptonite fisting machine on a fucking Kryptonian. How dare you fuck me in the ass tonight? Or last night. Oh, did you guys watch The Golden Man? Grady Goliath seems to be, into it. He too was stuck in human form. Married Lisa, had kids, had stepkids, forgot all about it, had a great time because that was his dream. To be stuck in Alaska, leading a tribe called the Tlingit. I want to transfer to a thing. Hey, JK, what's a good Korean like soap opera that we could come? I don't think I can claim I'm a Huncha Pook with the hakla hakla hakla. Yeah, just kiss already. Yeah, like Ben is already buried in gambling debts. Okay, so it's basically I've shown you for 61 minutes, nothing happens. I'm not live decapitated. I'm not run over by cars. My heart doesn't explode. The internal spine explosives. Iran hasn't nuked me with missiles. You know, I'm not crippled, shot by the IDF. I'm basically just carrying a big heavy bag all day. I didn't even feed my birds today. All right, you must be deaf, so it's okay. I will forgive one disability. Either you're attention deficit inattentive or something. You're answering in a tentative manner. What? Question mark? You never used the interrobang, too. I think I'm gonna play something. Transformed by silent sacrifices. Nope, I will not. You feed the birds. No cat meat, no bird feeding. Yeah. The gravy train is over. Yeah. My lawyer advises me that I have to charge at least 100 trillion for all of this. You're all in arrears and your debt to me increases, like the national debt. One day I'll find a collection agent like Joe Smith of Toyota to collect all of this for me. But so far, he's too busy doing this XP thing. I'm going to see if Joe left something on my shrine. Usually, he's very good about that. Big pile of nothing, or sometimes a coffee. These days, it's just overheard, you know. There's information received on. You could say free the Gaza instead of free the birds. Any luck? But just remember, all of you, Gaza is a 4-letter word. Me, I personally renamed Gaza, this thing, to F-U-C-K. I went to all these Palestine rallies. They never put for themselves. The people we're fighting for, fuck them. They say, fuck Biden, fuck all these people, but never, fuck me. You never see that. Here, I'm going to link something from my video. Maybe you guys will enjoy this. I wish I had never been born. Didn't work. Okay, so while you're all here, 4 of you, thank you for the 4 likes. You get the special since Johnny or Brooklyn is so bored about furry stuff. It's good to know people's buttons. If you want to keep something secret, all you got to do is discuss furry shit in chat. He'll zonk out. He'll play with his dog, play his video games. You get maybe 10, 15 minutes of uninterrupted planning. Talk like, hey, my fursuit is kind of itchy down there. And wonder if I get a meow meow. We're here at the iconic New York Times building where there's a Gaza. Israel is starving Gaza to death. Where's your head? todo el día. Muy bien. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? It's growing really well. Yay! Sam. It's so vapid. There's only one passionate guy, and that's my friend. Everybody else, yeah, what do you say? Boo. Yeah. Three of you click the link. Why? Every time you click a link, you go away from my stream. That's fine. For the ones who choose to stay and listen, it's a bit of a self-selection. You're the smart ones. Okay? Be proud of things. And I don't speak Palestinian because Palestinian is a culture. Okay? Just like, do you speak Indian? No, I speak Hindi. Indian is the culture. Do you speak American? No, I speak English. American is the culture. Good. Then God has protected you, name. Like, if I was you, I'd have 93 hours of material about Nick Stone's dead brother. So then you have a lot of garbage to expel, and then you pick out the gems from there. But you're not going to do it. You want to keep it all in your head. And then when you get like hit in the head, you'll forget all of that. All she has to do is get a hitter. Hire a hitter, hit you in the head. Love tap. All those jokes you're going to make about her dead brother, gone to the ether. Do you have a better number in mind? Bigger, smaller? Go ahead, claim it. My square is 93. You want to claim it? Just like you claim Lexington, I'll make room. I can go 93.0 trillion. Do you really have time to type 93 period and a trillion zeros? Of course not. I mentally claimed that. And there's a bit of Satanism with the angel numbers. There's even a demon who dares claim the name Jesus. Jesus Christ himself was so impressed. You're a demon and you want to take my name? Let's see how this goes. I was kind of pissed. I was like, why let the demon do all this? Because it's funny. It's like me going to a bank. I am Donald John Trump. I would like to withdraw $20 million. No, because we can see you're not him. Don't have a detail, blah, blah, blah. You don't have the credentials and all that. Whereas this demon named Jesus, our Lord is so nice and sweet, is like, I'm not going to sue him yet. Let's see how far he gets. So far, he's doing good. It's just like Jay-Z, naming himself after the Rockefellers. You gave me some money, and I'll do all I can to promote your thing. People can tell I'm not a Rockefeller because I'm black. I have big ass lips, and sometimes I look like a bird. Okay? So on the Palestine side and the Islamic side, I pretty much covered your event for free, $0.00. And usually, I'll tell you, the one remaining chatter in here, name, the only reward I get in all this is knowing that I will have a painful death. I currently have working knees, and my remaining family is still around, but not for long. Asmodeus, I forgot. Have you watched the Pope's Exorcist? He's a king in hell. He's the one that causes people to suicide. But if you're still here, it didn't work. You woke up with me. Okay? Even worse. You just declared for me. All right. I knew. That's why I back you hard, Summer. Because you've declared for Belial, who's the antagonist of Saint Nathaniel, Saint Bartholomew. This is me, Belial. Basically, I'm portrayed seated in a toilet, thinking of quick schemes. That won't work because as soon as you apply one of my schemes, you get afflicted by the greed and paranoia, just like Gap. Okay. Since you're a loyal Team Belial, I'll transfer you to Lucifer. You'll get a lot more money for a lot less effort. It's very brings a tear to this old demon's eyes. Okay, so remember, in Team Belial, all we do is be too lazy to accept either gifts from God or curses from Satan. One of those is more valuable. Sometimes you don't appreciate the gifts of God, but you definitely will not like the curses of Satan. Okay? So that's the thing. Like if a war breaks out, do not support God. Do not support the other guy, Lucifer, because I transferred him to you. You have to show him that you have pride too. He's not going to respect you unless you have pride. Let him be the old Jacob moments. You'll be dealing with yourself all them years ago before you decided to become a woman. That's Lucifer. Your cat is pushing you toward there. Okay? Now, as for name, Asmodeus is kind of in between. I know the top seven, but he's just very angry. And normally that's under wrath. It's like Asmode. Oh, yeah, here it is. If you look at that, yeah, curses are God. God is very liberal about the curses. The blessings is when he stops. That's the only blessing you got. Like you deserve 100 punches. I'm tired. You know, that's the blessing. So okay, we're doing Asmodeus. Name. You know about usury, right? So you're a soldier for usury, and your deity is Allurius, Allureus. That's the angel form of Asmodeus. He's still angry. Like you ever see an angry person and you throw a balloon of piss at him and they get a lot more angry. This is Asmodeus. He's my friend. Is he the king? No kings. Talk to Asmodeus. Talk to him. Don't you want him yelling at your name? This is free because he's a buddy of mine. He'll yell at that girl like he'll yell at you. Thank you, Asmodeus. Now the girl on the other hand is like, listen, you don't know nothing. I'm a man, period. That's all. I am a king, period. Okay? You doubt me all you like. That's Asmodeus, king of the demons. That would be Molestus, one of our guardian angels, just making sure Asmodeus doesn't pick up the building, pretty much. Okay? So you want to be a soldier for that guy? Call him up. So chime in right now. I'm a chime. See? Exactly. Angry. It don't matter how you dress up an angry man. Even if I'm not pointing the camera at him, the audio hits. You understand? All I gotta do is say, doesn't he say the N-word better than me? He's like older brother energy. That's right. Nobody don't want no little nigga jumping all over them. See, he says all of it. That's the usage of Asmodeus. Then you brand him an angel. You ready to do all that? You ready to kick ass for Asmodeus? You're not. You're not angry enough. That's what, that's why I advise you study for 93 hours about what you're gonna say about Nick Stone's dead brother, because that's probably him. Her dead brother's angry that she's stuck in that body. You understand? You don't understand. Right? Against your will, you feel empathy for his situation. Good for you. If you saw his stance right now, he's ready to slap somebody through the phone. Friend or foe, family, parole officer, it don't matter. That's why I salute right away. See you later, Summer. Remember all we talked about. No, you don't, Jake. You're a parrot. You're a buffoon. You're a dum-dum. It's so easy to say I understand everything. But can you explain everything? Salute. Speaking of somebody, hey Sean, Asmodeus has gone off on one. Epic meltdown. Rare, right? Like they say Jesus is black, Asmodeus is black. You know what I mean? It's coming out real good. Luckily, we have Gabriel just overseeing this right behind me. I'm hiding the Archangel Gabriel with my big ass head. Gabriel's always right behind me. He looms a lot. When you hear somebody who's righteously angry, when they say all that you can't say, just keep nodding. Nods enthusiastically, right? Sean can explain as a master. JK, can you serve Sean in chat? Can you back him up as a mod anytime there's a thing? Yeah, see? As Madi. Us. I changed it to Allure because, Asmodeus, like, in better kicks, is better. If you can do it all that in those shoes, what if they were all gold? The question is posed. You can either say no denied, like I taught you, or make up some bullshit. I gave this choice to somebody named Merritt all those years ago in a conspiracy theory forum. You can keep doing your trial and error, but I do it by the book. Looks like he's doing trial and error. Sean's heard that a lot of times, countless times. No, I'm straight. It just gets him going. Wrong answer, JK. See? Like if a gay man makes a pass, but you think the gay man is ugly, then they know how to do a fallback. I'm talking dim sum. What, you thought I was hitting on you? Shit. Do your job. You know? You're a Chinese waiter, do your fucking job. It becomes a challenge. So you should have said no denied. Like so many salespeople deviate from the thing. Marketers spend all their time writing it, and then what happened? Well, the customer only decided to take half. Did you deviate at all from the script? No, wait, there was that one moment when I did. That's mean. Hey, chopsticks, bring me more chicken feet. All right, you missed all of it. So I'm gonna not restart, but this is what happened yesterday with my dad. So we're here at the iconic New York Times building where there's a Gaza. Hey, Noah. Israel is starving Gaza to death. Where's your head? Listen, all of you talk furry stuff. So let's weed out the people, the weak. I don't want to talk about furry shit. And that's a white guy. White people get mad over crazy shit. No, there's a hubba hubba right there. If she was wearing a skirt, you'd have a thing. But I'm happily married. And I'm blocking Gabriel as like a lure.
Even after the source expressed doubts of said document. Now, a passage to instructor journalists not use the word.
My older brother is excuse me, I have to powwow with the sun. My shoulder hurts. Help me. You see it? I think I'm dying. I have a painful death. The guy who's supposed to assassinate me, by the way, he's so angry at his partner. And he's got trips yet. Look, I'll zoom in because he's behind the thing. Right? He's got 555 on. And now he's hiding, like not hiding. Yes, Kevin's around. Don't tell anybody, right? He's in a very clever camouflage. I don't know what makes Kevin so angry, but like in black culture, looking ass pretty much is like a hello. So if you want to say, "What's up, you Kevin Durant looking ass," but Mark Mays, remember that video? It's like, he talked about like, "Hey, bitch, you sound like a weird white guy." He got, I laughed at that. It's some Kevin, I don't know. You could be Kevin McKevin of the clan Kevin. I don't give a shit. Some names are weird, like Nathaniel. Isn't that the weirdest name of all time? Nathaniel. What are you gonna do? Nathaniel my ass? And I'm like, how? I did this one with an uncle. I know your name is Nathaniel or the name you claim, but you're like, that's a weird ass white name. Nathaniel is Jewish. My father actually met Kevin Hart. So the elder people are pretty much, they're just talking about furry shit. That's good. They clock out. It's just like, here you go, watch Barney and Friends, and then they'll do adult stuff. Yeah. It's actually Nation Neil. Spell it out for me, Sean. Nation space Kneel. Like, it's very rare that a person would pronounce my name like that. Nation Neil. It's just like there's this old racist joke. I don't know if you guys like racism at all, but this is the bust. And it's like, I remember all them years ago when, you could just ask somebody for black paint. Now you got to know their first name and say, would you be a dear and paint the front of the house, please, and thank you. It used to be just, rank, action, black, paint, white, power. Now you got to explain, what does white mean and what does power mean? It's self-explanatory, but okay. Pay me. The answer is free. The explanation costs, a lot. If you ask Elon Musk to explain, how did you get all your trillions? Pay me first. That's how I got all my trillions. I got so sick of people asking how I got my money, I started charging them. And that's called maintenance. I read in my history things, the Catholic Church was so lazy that they changed the time so they could sleep in 3 hours later. So when you want me to be here at 9 o'clock, it's basically 6 o'clock, or no, 12 o'clock. I don't know. And I'm adjusting to their leadership time. Yes. I got blessed by my godfather too. I thought he'd be angry. He's like, yeah, we used to do that all the years ago. Put some Clorox in it. And the thing is, if you have that plastic gun, people don't know if you have a real gun or not. Just to put your mind at ease, I'm a melee or melee guy. Close quarters combat is what they call it. When you're out of bullets, then your gun is a club. So, if I asked you or Brooklyn or all the bust, I'm pretty sure you're stockpiling and hoarding guns. However, a marauder who knows how to disarm you, boy, flashbang, audio thing, mind disruptor, all these things, and you're on the floor crying for your mom. They kick the door down. Where are all the guns? Or that's only setting 1. Setting 2 is going to hurt you more. You're going to poop your pants. The art of killing without touching somebody. So I figure, since I'm going to be disarmed all the time, I'm going to be the weapon. If you remove me as the weapon of God, good for you. You run up against God. God will say, give me my weapon back. Or you'll pull back a stump. Every day for 48 years, I wake up. So do you. You don't remember being negative 9 years old, but I do. You're just a glint in your father's eye. I wish I had a child. No, I don't. Me, I was a mistake. I'm a real loser and I'm still Imagine losing to a real loser like me, all of you. I must have been such a great winner that I said, you know, it's not fair. Here, hold all my weapons. You talk to the evil artifacts. Yeah, you're not Chinese. Your weapon, JK, is the word not. If somebody took away that thing, you'd get it back, right? For example, JK, am I your supervisor? Simple question, something you can all answer. But if you're being interrogated and I don't want to get caught, arrested, or raped, what's the answer? Now, the hesitation and not answering immediately means you're not prepared with an answer, either yes or no. So they're going to file you as liars. We didn't expect you to say anything. Your hesitation told us all we need. Okay? Then they'll presume and discriminate biasedly against you. Nothing that comes out of your mouth is believable anymore because you don't have an answer to a simple question. Am I your supervisor? Interesting answer. The K is silent. Sean is silent, right? It could be a defiant thing. So there's a pecking order. Now, do you know Immanuel Kant? Yeah, that's good. When they interrogate you, all you do is issue commands. Just like black paint or white power, discriminate Mendez. Very good. Now, if you added a comma, it's be more overt. You just did a covert up. Okay? And the addition of a comma breaks it all up. I helped my uncle Jack off a horse. Without the comma, I helped my uncle jack off a horse. Not bad. But then you're not Filipino, right? If you said Chinese undress, maybe that works. That's a good one. There's a pigeon gang known as the Pecking Order. They're based in Peking, China, by order of the president. Not bad. There's so many layers in that. It's like, you know, how Nick Stone's brother died falling down all those steps. So many levels to just unpack. Okay? Now, JK, if you really wanted to make that work, you put the word Filipino in brackets. Yeah, that's what I heard. Name 49 was ragging on Stone, and she got so triggered, just remembering all those bad and ugly traumas. Don't even talk to my Bible. She started it, and this and that and everything. That's why she's saying, like, oh, your dad died? Well, if he wasn't back, serves him right. Don't come crying to me for that. And then I gave Raptor Johnny a lot of material. Sometimes he's a spy, and you know, Nick Stone is like, Nate did a stream. Why don't you watch it yourself? No, I want to hear it from you. Well, he did mention that you're like out of control. A lot. And today in chat, you guys have to have some kind of memory because they're gonna make you forget. I remember all of this shit. I'm like so shocked. I associated with an ugly trauma in my life, so I never will forget these sentences. When she said, like, oh, Sky Guy said, my best friend's dad died recently, and so did this and so did that. Oh, were they vaxxed? Yeah, if they were vaxxed, serves them right. They're dumb, they're stupid. They shouldn't be alive on my planet, like that shit. I read that and I was like, I backed this girl. I'm responsible for, you know what I mean? It's disappointing, but you know, girls will be girls, boys will be boys. Here's what Hitler taught me. Well, some other things. Teachers teach, warriors war. But also, boys fight and girls steal. Do you feel good about that? What if she becomes the judge in their afterlife? It's like, remember when you corrupted me? I achieved power over you and all your family. Are you proud of me now? Simple thing. Very tiny things have huge, far-reaching consequences. It's like hope is, you wish it happens to you, but it's not gonna. Fear is, it shouldn't happen to you, but it's gonna. And what is much stronger in you? The fear or the hope, For some, like me, I have very strong hope. but I also have very strong fear. So you've corrupted. If I were you, name, I'd say I've corrected Nick Stone. Try to claim positive credit and then use an angel sign. Now that I know you enjoy your demon side, all you have to do is do the exact opposite. But you'll find, just like JK and Sean, you have this hesitation. Why would I do that? I want to destroy this dumb bitch. Once you destroy this dumb bitch, she has 30 to 40 days to fuck you up as a ghost. Well, that's the theory. Whatever you want will be denied to you in all ways. Jesus Christ doesn't come to save you, he comes to condemn you. When you do your prayers, he's going to take it as a condemnation. So, sure, when you die, you're going to be reincarnated as an Indian toilet, but then only Serbians will use you all the time. You know what I mean? You'll be a toilet made in India, sent to Serbia, right? Or a street in Serbia. Doesn't matter. You won't get exactly what you want. As long as you can laugh, I know you have some hope. But if you get triggered, like, I have not intensively researched all your history. I respect your privacy and anonymity. But I'll tell you now, Name and Sean and all the people listening, the people who can hide things from me, it's a very short list out of 9 billion. So there's only like 100 of you. I only have to check 100 times. And then I'll eliminate all the rest. And then there's you. Good. So as a more of a punishment than a wish, all you have to say in my chat, and I'm not going to say or demod, I'm going to say or face all the consequences of your corruption. Say, I've corrected Nick Stone and an angel emoji. And I'm just going to time how long it takes for you to comply. I have my imaginary wristwatch is invisible. I'm going to give it like the spread, maybe 40 seconds, silently. And of course, that's a very funny joke, but notice I didn't laugh. When I'm in timer mode, I just do my job. It's for work. Okay, so now I'm going to laugh. It's a flight of steps in Nick Stone's house. Hilarious, preposterously great. But when you gave the joke, I didn't laugh. I can delay gratification. And then I would be thrilled to see a high-tech timer. But what's the anagram of timer, JK? Whoa, I see underboob. Look at that. That's my friend's reward. So you don't know all the anagrams of timer. And if you did, you'd realize one word is greater than all of it. So fail, JK. Now, as for name, you cannot evoke her name. Those are lies. Just like the New York Times chooses to use their freedom of speech to promote lies. Good job. Like, the North Koreans know that if you're an American and you have your fingers crossed behind your back, that's a signal that you promise to lie to all North Koreans for all time. They're going to be upset when you don't lie. Now, if you have a Chinese girlfriend, she does like to send money back home. See? Sean is also watching and waiting for any opportunity. So I'm going to scroll. I've corrupted Nick Stone. Obviously, you were able to evoke her once. Being unable to do it twice. Oh, my man just walked right in front of me. He's calmed down now. That's Medeus. Now it's all pieced out. Okay? First from the back, then in front of me. my job is very menial, trivial, mundane work. Basically, important is not the same as essential. If you're the only one who can talk to a printer, they'll yell at you. Like, the printer only responds to you or the work. And then it's like, why me all the time? Because that's my assignment. And I complain and grimace and grouch with all leaves. Okay? Now, if he really is, you can call him directly and ask him, yo, where's all my money? And then, you can record that and post it on your channel. But you won't because you're afraid of Nick Stone. You'll gloat that I've corrupted Nick Stone, but you're not going to claim credit like I did, where I've corrected Nick Stone. It's like, what's the profit in that? So she's Jewed you, Nick, or a name. I'm sorry, that is a word. Okay, you have to go back into the office and do all your office work. Wherever you are, that's your office. That's what being a soldier of Asmodeus is all about. He'll come visit you and say, where's your desk? Where's your office? Where is your phone? Where is your bag of thing? Because he's angry. It's like, you don't even know what it's like to be a soldier, let alone of mine. Okay? And he'll know that you're afraid of Nick Stone because, like, he'll say my name. Asmodeus, say my name again. And you'll find you can't repeat that name. But you do. They're not going to be all over where you are. You can wish them well. I hope Nick Stone has gotten over all of her ugly trauma about losing her brother because she's lashing out. Is there anything that's going to happen to me? Did a bowling ball fall on my head? No. You can make wishes because God is in condemn mode. He'll stop because you're doing the right thing. You'll get to see all the other people he condemns. Once you stop, he stops. And then that's the only blessing you get. Imagine you were buying weed and somebody kept hitting your knees with a hammer. And then you finally figured out Jekyll. And then the guy's like, oh, that's the stop word. That's the safe word. You can proceed to buy weed. Okay? The word don't offends me. I despise it. So all you're going to do is say will more than don't. At first, you're going to say, I don't do that. I don't. But then something inside you says, I will do that. Just like when you're out of weed, I will buy weed. Or I will buy drugs. The pain is too much. I don't need it. I don't need it. I will get it. Yeah, I'm always on this thing. I'll tell you all my phobias. Rabid polar bears. Being the crowned king of all Israel. Falling bowling balls. Sudden blowjobs from hot white girls for no reason at all. Because I'm happily married. A lot of irrational shit that shouldn't happen, but it's gonna. Okay? Or like being yelled at by my dad. That's a pretty reliable one. Similarly, for your name, there's gonna be some statement from Nick Stone. It's like, it's gonna hurt you, but you know how to hurt her. At least, my brother didn't fall down a flight of stairs. And it's like, that's uncalled for. You know what I mean? Where did that come from? So practice that. When she's not around, remember that your favorite 93 hours talking about her when you're not around, when she's not around. If you don't want to do it in the future, you must have been so tired of talking about Nick Stone for 93 hours that you said it's time to stop. That's why I said 93 hours. If the number was bigger, that's how long. You spend a week talking about it, dumb bitch? Waste of time. Okay? Don't get stuck in an elevator and don't get hurt and don't come crying to me.